Today we will study about list. We will study about list. List is a collection of list is a collection of comma separated values. Comma separated values, or you can say items within square brackets. Items in a list uh, need not to be of the same data type. In list, you can have different data types also, or same. It's your choice. Now, how will we create a list? For example, list list, this is user defined name, is equal to, within square brackets you can get any value. Suppose I make a list of integer values. So this is my list. I can print this list. I have to save this program. I will save it with the name, suppose L1. Save, and now I can run it. You can see this is my list. So now, this is how you can create a list. If I create a list of different data type, I can also, for example, within inverted comma, I write it del. This is totally your choice. Yes. You can make for integers value, you can make for string values, or you can make with a combination of integer and string value. Now, how can we create a list from an existing list? Creating a list from an existing sequence. You can, suppose I make list 2 is equal to list 1. Then I say print list 2. So we'll save it and move it. First it has printed list 1 and second time it has printed list 2. So you have created list 2 with the help of list 1. Suppose I want to check data type of this. I will write type is equal to list 1. Type is a function through which you can check the data types. Okay, I have to use print command. I should use a print command also. Print. You see, data type is list. So type is a function through which you can check the data types. Now, next we will see accessing list element. As you have studied in this string, index value string is for this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are index value, positive index value, -1, -2, -3. These are negative index value. Suppose I print list element on index value 0. You can see 10. Suppose I print list element on index value minus Delhi. So this way you can access through index values. You can access element of list through index values. Now suppose I want to traverse through my list. So I can write here traversing, that means going through each and every element of the list. Going through each and every element of the list. For I is user defined variable name in list 1 column. Print I. Save it and run it. This is how you get access all the element, or you can say you are traversing through the list. This is known as traversing through the list. Traversing list. Traversing a list. Now next, again do same thing with the help of length function. For example, I will calculate length of this element through length function. N is a user defined variable. Alien length is a function. This will calculate length of the list. Now for I in range, here you come for I in range N. And N is the length element. Now I will say list I. List 1 with a square bracket I. Now this is how. Length will calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So N will show 7. Then for I in range 7. We run till 7. Then it will print first time list 1 I is 0. So then it will print 10, then 20, then 22, then 25, then 29, then 30, and then. Let us see. So this is you can do with the help of range function. Now suppose I want to compare two lists. I will create two lists. This is my list 1. I will create list 2 is equal to 10, 22, 19. Now, I will compare list 1 less than list 1 less than greater than less than you can use any symbol you want list 2. I want to print this. This will print either true or false. So list 1 is less than list 2, yes or no? We will check it. I have saved it. Now run it. True. List 1 is less than list 2. Because here 10, 10, 20 is less than 22, so it will give true. It will not move to next because from here it has confirmed that it is less than. Suppose I say greater than. Now save and run. Now suppose I'll change the value here 20, here 90. Now, I will check whether both are equal to or not equal to. I will save it and run it. True. If I say not equal, so you can use compare also. Now operations on this list. I have two lists. I can use the operator concat, that is I can use join operator. For example, I am saying list 1 is equal to list 1 plus, within square bracket I can add, suppose I add red, then I print list 1. I will save it and run it. You can see it has joined. That means you have used the concatenation operator. So you can use it like that. Then repetition or multiplication also you can use. Suppose I say list into 2. You can see it has repeated twice. Suppose I say 3. It has repeated thrice. Now membership testing, that is in or not in. I want to check print 10 in list 1 because I have written LO, that is not 10, that is why there is an error. Suppose I say 10 in 2. Suppose I say 11, false. So you can use in operator and not in also. Suppose I say not in. 11 not in 2 because this is not present in the list. You can access through list value also. Suppose I want to print list 1 at index value -2. I will save and run it. You can see 20. So through this also you can use. Now as your slicing. Slicing is also same as was in your string. Suppose here it is 25, 78, 32, 43. Okay. Now slicing. Suppose I say 1 column 5. So it will take index value 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this. This is your slicing. I'll give you one more example. Well, suppose it is a whole list. By default step value is 1. It will also give the whole list. Suppose I say here -1. It will reverse the list. Suppose here I say 2. It will skip one value. So like this, you can use this slicing function. Now as your, there are some built-in functions. First function is append. Append means add on. So I give you one example. List 1 dot append. Append is a built-in function which is already defined. Append 59. It will add 59 in the list. Now I will print the list. Print list 1. Then close. I will save the program and run the program. You can say 59 has been added. So you can use append function for add-on. You can append whatever you want. Suppose I want to append here some color or any string value. Suppose I want to add computer. I will save and run it. You can see it has append computer. So this is append function. Next function is your extend function. In extend function, you extend the lists. Suppose I have two lists. List 2 is equal to square bracket. Here I can give 98, 34, or you can give any value of your choice. Then I will say list 1 dot extend. Extend within bracket list 2. So I will save it and run it. You can see 90 and 34 are added. Now insert. Insert function. In append you add in the end. In extend also you add in the end. Now that's your insert function. List 1 dot insert. Bracket start. I will give the index value where I want to insert. Suppose it is 1, comma. Suppose I want to insert 15. I will save it and run it. You can see 15 has been inserted at the index value 1. Now reverse function. Suppose I want to reverse it. List 1 dot reverse. Reverse is a function. You can see your list has been reversed. Now index function. Suppose I want to print list 1 dot index. Suppose I write 20. I will save and run it. It will give the index value of 20. Suppose I write here 78. It will give the index value of 78. 4. This way you can put index. You can check the index of particular element. Now update function. In update function, you can, I say list 1, I give the index value. Suppose I give index value 2, and at index value 2 I want to replace it by 23. I will save it and run it. You can see at index value 2 now it is 23 instead of 90. Instead of 19 it is 23. So this is your update function. Length function, which we have discussed previously also, I will discuss once again. Suppose I want to print the length of this list, I will use function len of list 1. It will print the length of the list. 6. Total there are 6 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Index value will start from 0 and end with 5. And in -1, -1, and first element will have -6. Now is your sort function. List 1 dot sort. Save and run. list one dot sort and save and run it. So this is the correct way to use. First you will sort it and then you will print it. List one dot sort and then you will print that sorted list. Suppose I write reverse is equal to true. I save it and run it. T should be capital. You can see if I say reverse is equal to true, it has sorted in descending order. By default, it was sorting in ascending order. So if you want to sort in descending order, you will write reverse is equal to true. Now clear function. List one dot clear. I will save it and run it. You can see your list is empty because it has cleared all this. Now count function. List dot count element. Save it and run it. In element, it should be values. Which value you want to count? Suppose I want to count 10. How many 10 has come? One time. Suppose I write here 10, comma 10. Now you can see. How many 10s have come? 2. 2 times. Similarly, if I want to count 25, how many 25 has come? Suppose I add on here. I will save it and run it. You can see 2 times. Suppose I write 30. Save and run it. 0 because 30 is not present in a list. 78. 1. Now next are deletion operation. For deletion, I can use pop function. I will say list1 dot pop. Within bracket, I will give the index value. Suppose I say 1. Save it, run it. You can see 20 has been deleted. Now there is another function del. Suppose I use del. List1 index value. Again I am giving, okay, I give now index value 2. I will save it and run it. So it has, I have given index value 2. That means this 10. This 10 is deleted. 10, 20, 19. So this index value has been deleted. That is 10. At index value, the value is 10. Now you can use slice function also. Suppose I want to delete from index value 2 to index value 4. That means 2 and 3, 10 and 19 will be deleted. I will save and run it. You can see 10 and 19 has been deleted. We can use the remove function also when we know the value but we are not aware with index value. So I will write list1 dot remove. Remove, I can say the value. Suppose I say 19. I will save it and run it. 19 has been removed. So this is how you can see. If I want to search the index value of 43, I will write list1 dot index, that is 643 as index value 6. Now I want to find maximum value in this list. Max list1. Save it and run it. Maximum value is 78. Suppose I want to find minimum value. Minimum value is 10. So you can find maximum value and minimum value. So this is all about today class. So go through it, and if you have any difficulty, you can contact me. Thank you, class.